everyone. Welcome to today's class. This is going to be a continuation of our foundations class, and we're going to be focusing on some of our foundation poses, twisting, giving you a modification for our down dog called puppy dog. We will also be doing some standing balancing positions as well, and I'm going to introduce you to a sun salutation. So get ready for some fun stuff. We're going to start in our seated easy position. That's where we sit on our bottom. If you need to be elevated, you can grab a blanket or pillow and just lean forward slightly as you lift the fleshy part of your bottom away from the ground and place it on the elevated surface underneath you, so that your hips are slightly tilted, pelvis is slightly tilted forward, and you feel a sense of security there, almost like you're sitting just slightly perched on a shelf. And sometimes that helps relieve some of the pain from just sitting in a position with just sitting on the floor. And other props that you might want to have today would be a long strap. So I have a really long sash for today that I'm going to use, and then a pillow if you feel like you might need it for your knees or wrists. So let's begin today by getting centered, closing the eyes, taking our right hand and placing it over the heart, left hand placing that over the right hand, and beginning to breathe deeply. Inhale through the nose and exhale there. Inhale nose, exhale there. Inhale and exhale. Find your heartbeat behind those palms. And just be aware of how miraculous it is that your heartbeat is propelling your body forward without any effort on your part, propelling you into the next moment, without you having to remind it to beat, reminding it to pump the blood throughout the rest of your body, to your brain, to your organs. You don't have to do a thing, just trusting it and knowing always that it's there doing its job. And let's do our practice today with a grateful heart, moving our bodies from that centered space. And go ahead and relax your hands on those knees. We are going to start by warming up in the neck. So I'd like you to have a nice straight spine, and go ahead and drop your chin into the chest and draw a line along your left collarbone to your left shoulder and look up, neutral at the side, and then draw that chin back down to the center and exhale fully, and then inhale as you come to the right. Exhale, dropping the chin back down. Now we're not over or really pressing, overstretching here. Very gentle, just letting gravity drop that head and neck down as you bend at the base of the head, top of the neck. Let it be very fluid, very gentle as we warm up right there to begin. And I want to apologize right off the bat for all the noises outside today. I've tried to record this session, started and stopped it about 3 or 4 times today because of outside noises, chainsaws, grass blowers, children, all kinds of things. But I just thought I'm just gonna go for it and we'll just figure it out, and I'll do my best editing out the noise later. I know you all understand distractions or you wouldn't be taking an online course. So I know I'm in good company. Okay, bring your chin and chest back to center. And now we're going to continue warming up the spine. If you have a blanket or something underneath you, then you can remove that. I would suggest removing that now. We're going to start rocking forward and back. Now, if you were sitting in a chair, for instance, then you would want to come down to the floor or just not rock quite so far back if you were seated in a chair. We're going to exhale as we come back, rounding the back and squeeze the belly button into the spine, tuck the chin into the chest. So this is that cat back, and then that cow belly as you come forward. See the difference in the chin, chest, and belly? And it's sort of the feeling that you're riding on a camel here. Really big coming forward. I've never ridden on a camel, so this is what they tell me riding a camel feels like. Inhale, big, feel the belly. Exhale, big, round the back. Inhale, exhale. If any of you have ridden a camel, tell me in your comments because I'm fascinated and want to know the story. Inhale, exhale, inhale, exhale. Now, if you're fine with this and you're like, oh, okay, this is enough for me, I'm feeling this in my glutes, I'm on the edge of discomfort and sharp pain, then stay here. If you can go a little bit deeper, I'd like you to lift your right arm up, reach to where the wall and ceiling meet, and then come back, hold on, and lift the left arm up. Reach to where the wall and ceiling meet, then hold back on, round up. Good, so you can feel in the spine, we're warming up, but you're also feeling it, I'm sure, in your glutes, in the rounding of the shoulder blades as well. The chest expanding as you come forward. Good, the breath nice and deep. Keep it going. Inhale, exhale, inhale, exhale. Keep it going, stretching deep in the back of those legs even now as your hamstrings start to get engaged. Inhale, exhale. And now, if it's okay with your body to progress, both arms. And as I'm coming up, my bottom is lifting off the floor. And that's okay if yours are too. Inhale, exhale. Inhale, look up to where the wall and ceiling meet. Exhale. Inhale, exhale. One more reach and relax those hands on the knees. Take a deep breath in through the nose, roll the shoulders up. Exhale, relax the shoulders back and down. One more, inhale forward and up. Exhale back and down. Wonderful. Let's go ahead and take our strap and do a nice continuation of our stretches in the upper body. I'd like you to hold onto your strap with your right hand. Drop your hand down the back body while you're holding on to the strap, and take your left hand and hold on, or reach behind you and hold on to the strap. Try to meet your hands as close together as possible. Now I'll bet you that most of your chins have dropped down into your chest. I want you to lift your chin back up so that your face is neutrally looking forward at eye level, and just walk those hands as close together as possible. They may be a foot apart, they may be an inch apart, or you may be able to release your strap and interlace your fingers together. If you're not able to do that, no worries. I've been doing this a long time, so I'm able to, and that's where my body's at. So meet your body where it's at today and try to feel this stretch in this right tricep. But also we're opening up in the chest, relaxing the shoulders down away from the ears, elongating the crown of your head, so the top of your head toward the sky. Relaxing your knees at your sides. Try not to be tense in your legs. And try to breathe deep down into the belly. Inhale through the nose. Exhale. Inhale. Exhale. Inhale. Exhale. Good. So relax your arms and then bring your hands in front of you and just shake out your wrists and hands and fingertips. Beautiful. Let's do the other side. So let's begin with your strap in your left hand, and we're going to drop that hand down the back body. Right hand is going to come in back of you. Reach for the other hand. Try to meet those hands together. Left elbow reaches for the sky, right elbow reaches for the floor. Keep your chin up so that you're looking neutrally forward at eye level. Good, and you want to feel this stretch in that left tricep. So you might have more or less flexibility on this side than the other. Just notice and observe your body without judgment. It feels so much better on this side for some reason for me to stretch this left side. Definitely needed on this side. Relax the shoulders away from the ears. Soften your jaw. Soften the eye sockets. Chest stays open. Shoulders relax away from the ears. Inhale through the nose. Exhale through the nose. Inhale. Exhale. Inhale. Exhale. Relax your arms. Bring your hands back to the front of your body and shake out the wrists, hands, and fingers. Really nice, everybody. All right, we're about a quarter of the way through, and I would like you to come to the hands and knees. So in our first foundation class, we did our down dog position, but I forgot to give you the puppy dog modification. Down dog is quite challenging for many people. So having puppy dog as an option is really a wonderful option. So in traditional down dog, we're going to start in an all fours position, hands under shoulders, knees under hips, nice flat tabletop back, toes tuck underneath, bottom drops down to the heels, ears come between the arms, and we're going to straighten those legs. Now for a lot of people, this is just too much weight in those arms, it's too much of a stretch in the legs, or it causes low back pain. All sorts of issues can arise. So I want you to focus on how my upper body looks right now, and watch as I drop my knees straight down underneath the hips, but keep my upper body engaged, just like when I was in the traditional down dog. So what this does is, it's called puppy dog, as I mentioned before. It allows us to build the strength in the upper body to get the lower body comfortable with the down dog position, and it gives us a great modification and a foundation for which to build on for a full down dog later on in our practice. So wherever you are and wherever your body is at today, I'd like you to find your down dog or your puppy dog, and let's go there for a little while. Remember, you can take pose of the child if you need to. Let's all come to all fours, in fact. Anytime you need a break, take pose of the child. I'll remind you what that is shortly. Hands under shoulders, knees under hips, nice flat tabletop back, squeezing the belly button into the spine, looking at the space between your thumbs so that the back of your head is an extension of the spine. Tuck the toes underneath, drop the bottom down to the heels, ears between the arms. Remember, push into those feet and push into your hands so you have a lot of energy pressing in opposite directions as you straighten the legs, or as you simply walk your knees back slightly to get them directly under your hips for puppy dog. Okay, so again, you want to be in this space where you're outside your comfort zone. You feel like you're pushing your body into a place outside of your normal limits, right? So you're not, if you're a sedentary person and you don't do much activity at all, you want to feel as though you're challenging that. If you're a pretty active person, you want to feel as though maybe you're starting to sweat a bit as you do your down dog. Avoiding sharp pain always. And if at this point you need to take pose of the child, you would drop to your knees, untuck your toes, rest on your forehead, and swing gently those arms around toward your bottom and rest on the back of your hands with the fingertips curled up toward the ceiling. So as we rest here, we want to reimagine that heavy head like a ball or bowling ball on a spring, and work to open the windows at the back of the knees. I bet you didn't know you had windows at the back of your knees. We're always trying to elongate our bodies, get more flexible, grow the spine, reduce pain, prevent injury, and overall feel better as we move through the world. That's our little goal in yoga, no biggie. Breathe here. If you've come to pose of the child and now it's time to come out, go for it. Come back into your down dog. All right, wherever you are, I'd like you to walk your feet toward your hands and walk your hands toward your feet, and then bend up your legs quite heavily so that your chest is resting on top of your thighs. Wrap your arms around the back of your legs and hold on to opposite hands, wrists, forearms, or elbows, and then straighten through the legs as much as possible, bringing your nose toward your knees. This is going to be a very deep stretch in the back of those legs. And if you work your arms, hands, wrists down the back of your legs closer to your heels, then you're going to feel the stretch across your shoulder blades as well, the more you straighten the legs. So nice deep breathing here. Every time you exhale, try to release air from your chest and abdomen so you can come down a little deeper into this standing fold.
And then relax your arms, just let them hang like a rag doll. Bend up your knees just slightly. If you're feeling imbalanced at all, you can spread your feet hip width apart so that you feel a little more steady on your feet. We're slowly stacking the spine, but staying in our ragdoll position, and then saving the head and neck for the last bit to come up.
Okay, now that we are standing, let's work on a couple of balance positions. One of my favorite, and many new yoga students' favorite balance positions is tree pose. So I'm just going to describe it first before you do it with me, and then we'll do it together. So for balance positions, we typically get into mountain pose to begin, and mountain pose is just as it sounds. You want to feel steady, sturdy, strong like a mountain, so that if somebody was coming up to you to tackle you, you wouldn't go anywhere. You'd feel that rooted, strong, rock-like in your positioning on the ground. So to get into that mountain pose to begin, we're going to bring our feet together, lift the toes up off of the ground, and spread them down, gripping your mat with your feet. Ideally, you want to feel as though you have the weight of your body equally distributed between all four corners of your feet as well. There are hours and hours and days of yoga footwork that we can do, but we're not going to get into that today. Just try to feel the balance of your body in those feet with the toes nice and spread open. Now, you're going to tighten through the muscles in your calves. You're going to tighten through the muscles in your quads. You're going to squeeze in your glutes and tuck your tailbone just slightly. Okay? Squeeze your belly button into your spine to engage your abs. Inhale, roll the shoulders up. Exhale, relax them back and down. And then bring your hands into what we call prayer position. And press the back of those thumbs toward the chest. Now you can see from the side, my fingers are splayed, all right, and really pressed together. Okay, so this is mountain pose. Well, actually, this is mountain pose, but we are doing mountain pose with prayer position now. All right, feeling sturdy and strong. Now we're going to shift the weight of our body into our left foot before we even think of lifting that right foot up. And at the same time, we're going to find a point across from us at eye level to focus on. And that's going to be our guide as we lift the right foot up to the left ankle, above or below the knee. Or if you want, you can come into half lotus position and then back to your prayer position. And then we're going to lift those arms up, keeping them in prayer position until we open those palms apart. And that's where you see, oh, it looks like a tree. Okay. So the standing left leg is doing all the work. All right. Now, my little tip for you is when you're doing your, Brady brought me a pecan. Okay. When you're doing your pose, tree pose, and if you choose to put your right foot up next to your left leg, I really want you to bend up those toes and dig your right heel, or dig the ball of your foot into the floor and press your right heel into your left ankle. We want to press this leg into this leg and this leg into this leg. That's how you feel really sturdy and strong. Okay? If you're coming up here, same thing, and you want the heel to be above or below the knee joint. And we want the knee pressed straight out to the side. We're opening this hip out to the side. All right, same thing down here. Knee presses out to the side. All right, so that's our goal there, and that will help you stay nice and balanced. Okay, so let's do this right side, or left leg standing side together. Mountain pose. Feet come together, as close together as possible. Lift the toes up, spread them down. Tighten through the calves and thighs. Tuck the tailbone. Engage the abs. Inhale, roll the shoulders up. Exhale, relax them back and down. Hands come into prayer position. Good. Find that point across from you at eye level to focus on. Good. Stay focused there as you shift the weight of your body into your left leg. Bring your right foot to your left ankle, above or below the knee, or in that half lotus position. Make sure the knee is pointing straight out to the right, and your leg is pressed. Your legs are pressed into one another. Inhale, the arms open or up. Exhale, the arms open. Keep the shoulders relaxed away from the ears as you focus on that point. Soft gaze across from you. Breathe. Beautiful. If you come out of it, just try to come back in, going through your steps. I promise there's a method to the madness. Some people fall halfway through and they're just like, oh, I'm just gonna go right back into it without going through the steps. And it's really hard to hold it without going through all your steps. There's a reason we do that. Really nice. Turn the palms down and slowly relax the arms first, then relax the leg, and let's shake those legs out. Always kind of nice to shake the legs out, especially that left standing leg, which is pretty sore. All right, let's do the other side. Lift the toes up with the feet next to one another. Spread them down, gripping your mat. Feel the balance of the body in all four corners of the feet. Shift the weight. Oh, I don't know what I'm saying. Now, tighten through calves and thighs. Tuck the tailbone. Engage your abs. Inhale, roll the shoulders up. Exhale, relax them back and down. Hands come into prayer position. Find that focal point across from you at eye level. Shift the weight of your body to your right leg before you lift the left. Good. Then lift your left foot to your right ankle, above or below the knee, and or half lotus position. Inhale the arms up. Exhale the arms open. Hold it and breathe. Lovely. Soft focus. Don't overthink it. Shoulders relaxed. Trees, branches blow in the wind sometimes. That's okay. Inhale. Exhale, relax the arms down. Relax the leg and shake them out. Very nice, everyone. All right, I would like to teach you now chair pose. We do a lot of squatting in this class, and it's rooted in our chair position. So chair pose is a wonderful way to work on your glutes and to work on your quads. So the key to not just keeping it in the quads is to really fire the glutes. So you have to really think about firing your glutes. So what I'd like you to do is bring your feet hip width apart. And I'm talking about your bones, not the width of your flesh. Okay, so if you put your hands into your body here and feel around for your hip bones, and then place your feet directly underneath them, that's where I want your feet and heels specifically to be. Then I'd like you to sit your bottom back and down, tracking your knees behind your toes. So you should be able to see your toes the whole time. Now for some of you, you can only come down about an inch, and that's okay. For others of you, you can come down further, and that's great too. The main thing is that you can wiggle your toes and see your toes, that the back body is on a diagonal line and the back of your head is an extension of that spine. Then we're going to stretch those arms up and make them an extension of your long back body and hold this pose. Now I want you to fire your glutes. Feel them engaged. You're gonna know they're engaged if you imagine that you're trying to crack a walnut between your butt cheeks. Sorry to give you that image, but it helps people to imagine trying to really squeeze there. And that's how you're going to not just be working on building the muscles in the front of your thighs, but also working here. It's a mental thing. You have to actually mentally remind yourself, okay, I want to fire those muscles as well. Inhale, stand it up. Exhale, relax the arms down at your sides. Quite a workout, right? All right, we're gonna do that 9 more times. Chair pose, so good for you. Inhale the arms up. Exhale, sit it down. Inhale. Exhale, sit it down. Inhale. Exhale a little lower. Inhale, stand it up. Exhale, arms come down. Good. Shake it out a little. I'm actually not going to make you do it quite so many times, just one more time, because we're going to do sun salutation next. So one more time. Inhale, arms up. Good. Exhale, sit it down. Fire those glutes. Check your toes. Make sure your weight is in your heels. Back is nice and long. Shoulders relaxed away from the ears. Fire those glutes. Little more. Inhale, stand it up. Exhale, relax the arms down at your sides. Shake it out. Very nice, everyone. We'll do about 1,000 of those more this semester. Really, really powerful position. The chair position, which is basically a squat, right? It's a squat. And even Arnold Schwarzenegger said that if he was able to only do one movement to prepare for a fitness competition, that he would do the squat, because it is so effective at engaging so many muscles in the body. So the power of the squat is real, and the chair position is really an origination of the squat. All right, so I want to teach you, and let's just go through a couple times sun salutation. If you've done sun salutation before, I'll teach you my variation of it. And it gets the heart rate up a little bit, and it's really kind of nice for getting an aerobic workout or some aerobic activity in yoga and some movement, but it's also a great way to stretch and tone the full body. So we start in that mountain position at the front of our mats. Go ahead and lift the toes up, spread them down, tighten through the calves and thighs, tuck the tailbone, engage your abs. Hands come into prayer position. You can bend at the base of the neck. Look down at those fingertips. Inhale, stretch the arms up, slight little back bend, and then exhale, we're gonna fold and just hang like a rag doll. Wherever you're at, just hang. Inhale, yoga fingers. Now bend up your knees heavily if you need to get your fingertips down to the floor, or you can place blocks up here underneath your hands. If you can't reach the floor, that's fine. You can reach just like I'm doing right now, and it's okay if you're not touching the floor. Exhale, fold again. Let everything go. Inhale, big step back with your right leg for a lunge. Ideally, your left heel is underneath your left knee, and the left leg is going to come back, and we hold the breath in plank. Then we're going to exhale, bring our knees down, then the chest, then the chin, kind of like a little inchworm here. Untuck the toes and come into a cobra position. Now I want you to do a low cobra here. So not pushing beyond where you can go without your arms. So just lifting the spine up without the aid of your arms. Lifting the chin up, the chest up, looking toward the sky. Now tuck your toes underneath, the old familiar down dog. Press your bottom up, walk your feet in just slightly, and hold your down dog for 3 breaths. Inhale, exhale, inhale, exhale, inhale, exhale. And on your next inhale, I want you to look up and hop your right leg forward. So before we hopped that right leg back and we were in a left lunge. Now we're hopping the right leg forward for a right lunge. Right heel is directly under right knee, and we're going to hop the left leg forward to return to a forward fold and hang like a rag doll. Inhale, yoga fingers, look up. Exhale, fold. And then we're going to do a reverse swan dive to come back to where we started. So the arms come up first, and we pull all that energy up into those palms, prayer position, and come back to where we started. All right. So if we were in the class, I would say, does anybody have any questions? And we're not. So the main thing I want you to do is to just listen to your body. We're going to do this together about 3 times. And if you need to sit out one of those times and maybe watch or catch your breath, I'd like you to do that. So if you're saying, oh, that was a little, I didn't get all that, that was a little much, watch this next one and then maybe join in on the second one. If you think you got it, maybe try this first one, see how it goes, okay? All right. I'll keep it nice and easy paced. Hands in prayer position. Feet together, tighten through calves and thighs, tuck the tailbone, engage your abs. Bend at the base of the neck. Inhale, stretch the arms up, look up. Exhale, fold. Inhale, yoga fingers, look up. Exhale, fold. Inhale, right leg back. Hold the breath in plank. Now if you need to drop to the knees for your plank, that's fine. And exhale, knees come down, then the chest and the chin. Inhale, cobra. Tuck the toes. Exhale, down dog. Keep those elbows in close. Inhale, look up. Right leg comes forward. Left leg comes next. And fold. Inhale, yoga fingers, look up. Exhale, fold. Inhale, reverse swan dive. Come on up. Exhale, prayer position. Let's do that 2 more times. Inhale up. Exhale, fold. Inhale, yoga fingers, look up. Exhale, fold. Inhale, right leg back. Left leg comes next. And come down with the knees, chest, chin. Exhaling fully, untuck the toes. Inhale, cobra. Tuck the toes. Exhale, down dog. Or take puppy dog. Inhale, look up. Right leg comes next. Left leg. And fold. Inhale, yoga fingers, look up. Exhale, fold. Inhale, reverse swan dive. Come on up. Exhale, prayer position. Last one. Inhale, up. Exhale, fold. Inhale, yoga fingers, look up. Exhale, fold. Inhale, right leg back for the lunge. And left leg comes back, holding the breath for plank. Exhale, knees, chest, chin. Keep those elbows in close, untuck the toes. Inhale, cobra. Little higher this time. Exhale, tuck those toes and down dog. Or puppy. Inhale, look up. Right leg comes forward. Left leg comes next. and fold.
Inhale, yoga fingers, look up.
Exhale, fold. Inhale, reverse swan dive. Come on up. And exhale, prayer position. Let's hang out here for just about 3 breaths. Inhale. Exhale. Inhale. Exhale. Inhale. And exhale. Very nicely done, everyone. Okay, let's come down to the floor, resting on our backs. As we stretch out on our backs, I'd like to mention for the sun salutations, we do lots of varieties of sun salutations, combining different types of movements and variations with our sun salutations. So you have that to look forward to. If it felt super difficult today, I can assure you it gets a lot easier. If it felt super easy for you today, I can assure you it gets a lot more challenging. So I forgot to tell you to grab your strap, or at least have it within arm's reach as you come down. What I would like for you to do after you've rested down on the ground is to bring your knees in toward the chest and take your strap. You'll see why I wanted you to grab a long strap. Take your strap around the soles of the feet and hold on to them. Now, if you don't have a strap this long, you may need to grab a towel or an old shirt, sweatshirt, that kind of thing, to help you get something long enough, or you could tie a couple things together. The idea here is we really want to feel the stretch in the inner thighs, and we're going to rock side to side. So once you come to a place where you feel that the legs are far enough apart and you feel supported by the strap, I'd like you to just rock side to side. I've got this wall next to me that's limiting my range of motion, so I'm going to keep moving in. Alrighty, that's better. So the rocking motion is really gentle and nurturing. It's also a nice massage for the back body, and it helps to engage the inner thighs a little more dynamically as you rock side to side. So as you feel the release in the inner thighs, feel free to allow the legs to come farther apart. Breath is just nice and relaxed, soft, gentle and easy. All right, go ahead and bring that to center. Bring those legs slowly together and drop your left foot down to the floor. The knee is going to stay slightly bent, and you're going to keep your foot over your right hip, and your left arm can just rest on the ground, and we're going to circle the right foot over the ball and socket joint in your right hip. So just pick a direction and make your circles about basketball sized, maybe more or less, whatever feels best for you. We're just trying to lubricate that joint in the ball, where the ball and socket is. So if you want to close the eyes and imagine that area of the body and this movement creating or reducing tension and tightness, creating nice, smooth movement, ease, pain-free pathways in that area of the body, then go for it. If your hand or arm becomes numb at any point, you can switch to the other arm. In fact, as we switch directions, let's switch so that the left arm is doing the movement. So right arm is going to rest on the ground, and let's switch so that we're moving that leg now in the opposite direction. I was moving clockwise, now my leg is moving in a counterclockwise direction. Just keeping it right over that hip, circling like a little helicopter. This is one of those where you think, am I really doing anything? But if you have any stiffness or joint pain in your hips, or even if you don't, this is a wonderful thing to do to keep from getting stiffness in that area of the body, to reduce tension and tightness there, to keep the pathways nice and flowing down through the legs, up through the lower back. It's just all good. If you went to physical therapy, you would have a physical therapist above you circling your leg for you. If you had problems in many areas of the body connected to where we're lubricating this joint. All right, so let's go ahead and bring that to stillness and drop that foot down. Bring your strap over your left foot and bring your strap into your right hand now. Left arm is going to relax at your side, and go ahead and pick a direction and circle that foot over your left hip now. Hey, stop it. Nice little fluid circles. Making them as smooth as possible. And then take it in the opposite direction. Switch arms if you need to at any time. nice. And relax that foot down. And you can move your strap out of the way. Let's go ahead and do a final twisting movement to end today. Bring your knees in close to your chest, open your arms into T position, allow your knees to relax to the right and just let them fall where they want to. If they come apart, that's completely fine, no worries. Relax your head to the left. And again, don't force it, just let your head come to where it wants to. The ear will be close or not to the floor, that's fine. Maybe take your right hand and apply a little pressure to the top of the left thigh. That's okay. Nice deep breathing. Getting into that transition mode before final relaxation, where we are going to go from movement, mindful movement, where we're going to go from mindful movement into mindful meditation. Stretch that right arm back out. Bring your nose and knees back to center. And just keep those knees moving right over to the left. Head is going to relax over to the right. Maybe take your left hand on top of the right thigh to apply a little pressure, but just let everything melt down where it is without too much force. Slowly bring the nose and knees back to center and stretch yourself out. A corpse position for final relaxation. Remember to get nice and comfortable, nice and cozy. Cover up with a blanket if you need to. Just make sure that you are in a distraction-free zone and you can relax and let all the good work you've done soak into your mind and body. Surrender fully and let go. ready, go ahead and bend up your knees. Roll over to your right side. Use your left arm to press yourself up to sitting. And thank you so much for practicing with me today. I hope you have a lovely rest of your day. And until I see you again, namaste.